This morning?
Yeah, it's still
all right. Let's go.
I know what time you
Yeah, feels like afternoon to me.
D'Amico, midway roughly through the season here, the defense has had a lot of success. It hasn't been that way on offense. It's been kind of lopsided. As an organization, in terms of how you build the roster, how you put it all together, how do you kind of get that where it's not so one-sided from one side of the ball?
We have to play team ball. It's a team game, and we have to play complementary football, all three phases, helping each other out, however that looks every week. To me, it really doesn't matter. It's about finishing the game in a winning fashion. They're scoring more points than the other team. They're stopping them, not allowing them to score points.
In a few hours, but do you have any new information on C.J. Stroud, and if Davis Mills does have to play, what are your expectations of him?
Yeah, CJ's in the concussion protocol. Spoke to him last night. He's feeling a little bit better. We'll see how the week goes and how he has progresses throughout the week. And Davis has to step in and play. We just expect him to go out and do his best. All right, just play the offense the proper way, make great decisions with the football.
With some of the struggles you guys have had on some of the short yardage plays, is there an adjustment, a change in the future with how you guys approach those so that you can maybe mitigate some of those issues?
I hope so. We're trying to convert them. So we have to do something different. Obviously, what we're doing, it hasn't worked. So we just got to find a different way.
But when you go back and you look at the play that caused CJ to be, injured or concussed, how do you balance looking at it from, coach's standpoint, former player standpoint, and then with the way that Azeez was penalized last year, and it was basically almost like the same hit. It wasn't the head area, but how do you balance, being able to judge that?
Yeah, look, it's a tough play, right? The quarterback is sliding. I thought the quarterbacks are protected when they slide, but what I'm learning is if you don't hit them in the head or neck area, they slide. You hit them in the chest, and that's just fine. So that's what I learned.
Mika, do you and Nick expect to be aggressive at the trade deadline?
We'll see what happens throughout the trade deadline. Not involved in that right now. Just finishing up here. We'll see what happens, later throughout the afternoon.
At the end of your last possession, any regrets doing what you did? Phil's think it was the right decision? Or?
No regrets. Look, we're trying to get in position and score, right? We tried to throw the ball, which had a couple quick options to throw the football, and then get the clock moving, get our 2-minute drive started. It didn't happen.
A lot of focus, obviously, on what changed when CJ left the game, but you also weren't able to pretty much go jumbo package the rest of the game because Blake's on the field for Titus. Did that change a little bit of offensive football that you might have wanted to play otherwise?
Not really. It didn't change much for us. Not going jumbo package is not a huge deal for us. Still had opportunities to run the football. We just got to make sure we're targeting the right way. We got to make sure we're blocking and making sure we're finishing our blocks. If we want to be great in the run game, it's going to take more finish in our blocking, which we got to improve.
A couple years ago, you guys were in a similar position like this. CJ gets hurt in a couple of games. You guys were able to win a very pivotal game against the Titans. Obviously, much different rosters, different coordinators, things of that nature. But how much can you draw back from that experience? How he was able to rally the team and be able to get key wins? How much can you draw back from that experience to apply to this situation?
Every experience, everyone, it's new. It's a new team, new year. So we'll do what we have to do, put ourselves in the best position to go out and play a great game, to play winning football. So that's how we'll approach it this week.
Visceral response. I know when you get inside the 1 yard line, you think we're supposed to be able to score. We should be able to knock folks off the line of scrimmage. However, if it comes to a point that sometimes you can play action, maybe you can be an option as opposed, okay, line them up, let them knock, then go play action on them, throw the pass for 1 yard. It's touchdown. Like you say, you want to win the game.
Yeah, it's a lot of what ifs, right? We throw the ball on the goal line, we don't get in. Hey, you guys should run the ball more. We run the ball, we don't get in. Hey, you should throw. So there's always what I would have done different. Look back at it, do it different. Look, I approach the game from a physical mindset of, hey, if you're on the 1 yard line and we got to knock somebody back to get in the end zone, that's how I approach it. And that's how I always approach it. And then when we do get in the end zone on the 4th down, we got a false start. So it's like we got in the end zone. CJ got in, and but points are taken off the board because we have a false start. We're not locked in on the snap. So it's just so many things there that goes in. Yeah, there's a physical mindset. That's what this game is built on. You have to have that mindset, and you should want to be in those situations where, hey, we got to knock somebody off the ball to go get 1 yard. If you don't have that mindset, then yeah, you're probably not going to get in.
Kalen and Kamari had good games yesterday. You immediately trusted them, and they've been consistently impacting the game. What's stopping Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins from doing that early in their career?
You're talking about, 4 completely different guys. I don't think you can there's not apples to apples as you compare those guys. But all our young guys have done a really good job. They're all growing, developing, doing the things that we asked them to do. I think Jay Noel and Jay Higgins have done a really good job of the things we've asked them to do.
Coach, 10 weeks into the season, what would you say that your team's offensive identity is?
Oh, for us right now, offensively, we got to be better. We have to be better, and that's from all standpoints of just putting guys in position, that's executing all the way across the board. We just have to be better offensively.
Titus Howard and concussion protocol as well. How's he doing? Did you have a chance to also talk with him? And also, were any of those injuries for Christian or Darrell Taylor, are those long-term injuries?
Yeah, Titus is in a concussion protocol as well. Again, you'll see how those guys progress. As you guys know, concussions are, it's very sensitive to each guy. It's you want to make sure they come back and they're okay when they come back. We don't want to rush guys back from concussions. It's all about, players' health and safety. That's the first and foremost thing that I'm concerned about. Titus is feeling better. I did speak with him as well. With Christian and DT. Christian had a leg injury and DT had a ankle injury, so we're still, evaluating those guys, and we'll have to see what that looks like as the week goes along as well.
What went into some of the struggles in getting Nico the ball in the second half? He had a great first half and then wasn't able to have a catch in the second half.
Yeah, look, we trying to get the ball to him. It didn't work out. Of course, we all like to see the ball go to Nico, right? 20 times, put the ball up to Nico. That's everybody's first thought. Get the ball to Nico. Of course, we want to get the ball to Nico. We got to do a better job of game planning and putting them in a position to get the ball more.
D'Amico, obviously you don't want to be at this point, but how much does 3 and 5 concern you, and how do you navigate it when every game matters here from here on out?
Yeah, for me, every game mattered from the start of the season, so it doesn't change my mindset. Every game is important. Every game it's on the line, so that doesn't change where we are. We just got to go play better football. And look, man, for all the miscues, for everybody, you're right there, had opportunities to close it out, multiple opportunities there to convert on third down and make plays where we got to make the throw, make the catch. We got guys in position. Defensively, we got to find a way to get a stop, to get off the field there. So we had our chances. Right? We came up short.
When you look around the AFC and you look at your record, do you feel like the playoffs are still attainable? And if so, how do you all get to that goal?
Right now, we can't talk about playoffs until we play football better.
Thank you.
All right? Thank you, guys.